Hi, everyone. Susan Harrow, media coach, marketing strategist, author of Sell Yourself Without Selling Your Soul, published by HarperCollins, and CEO of PureSecrets.com, here today with a poem by Naomi Shihab Nye called Kindness. Before you know what kindness really is, you must lose things. Feel the future dissolve in a moment, like salt in a weakened broth. What you held in your hand, what you counted and carefully saved, all this must go, so you know how desolate the landscape can be between the regions of kindness. How you ride and ride, thinking the bus will never stop. The passengers eating maize and chicken will stare out the window forever. Before you learn the tender gravity of kindness, you must travel where the Indian in a white poncho lies dead by the side of the road. You must see how this could be you, how he too was someone who journeyed through the night with plans and the simple breath that kept him alive. Before you know kindness as the deepest thing inside, you must know sorrow as the other deepest thing. You must wake up with sorrow. You must speak to it till your voice catches the thread of all your sorrows and you see the size of the cloth. Then it is only kindness that makes sense anymore, only kindness that ties your shoes and sends you out into the day to gaze at bread, only kindness that raises its head from the crowd of the world to say, "It is I you have been looking for," and then goes with you everywhere like a shadow or a friend. It's by Naomi Shihab Nye. I love this poem. You must wake up with sorrow. You must speak it. You must speak to it till your voice catches the thread of all sorrows and you see the size of the cloth. It's really beautiful. We connect more deeply through sorrow than we do with joy. And somehow the pain of our shared experience is more deeply felt when we tell those kinds of stories of the hardships that we've been in. So include in your repertoire the ways that you have moved through the hard things. Even if it doesn't have, moving through the hard things doesn't necessarily mean that we come to a happy ending or conclusion. That's very American. That's how we end all of our movies. That's really not European. Oftentimes European movies leaves an opening or an ending open, right? Where we can interpret, and I don't know, it's a little more complex. We Americans like things really simple and wrapped up and neat and tied in a bow. But your sorrow doesn't have to be tied up in a bow. It can be what it is. And it doesn't have to have, like I said, that miraculous or that stunning conclusion or that sudden uplift, even though we really love that. So just know that your sorrow can take all different shapes and that you do want to talk about the journey of how you came to where you are. That's what makes a lot of stories really fascinating, right? It's not, that's where the what my sweetie calls what does he call it? Conflict and complication in a movie. We need to have that to build to a crescendo. So if it were just all easy, we wouldn't have anything to make about the movies or talk about our lives, right? So moving from that hardship to where you are today, even if you're not in a perfect place, is part of structuring those messages or those stories that you have to tell. I hope you enjoyed this poem as much as I did, and I look forward to hearing your stories from sorrow to joy or from sorrow to some sort of revelation, whatever that may be.